No, hello. Already we've managed me being on mute. Hopefully you're now hearing and seeing me all absolutely fine. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. For purposes of today, it's Halloween. So we're going to do the quiz basically as normal, but there'll be slightly scary themed questions. Yeah, that's right. Probably not actually scary. I would say it's potentially a slightly harder quiz than we've done before, but it's still, we're going to have fun. We're going to have a great time. I'm really happy you're all here. It's all going to be awesome. But most importantly, Nikki is coming, by the way. Don't worry. The real reason you're all here is coming in a moment. But actually, the real reason we're here is we're going to do this for Mind today. So there's links below. And basically, what would be great is if you could pay a quiz entry fee or whatever you think's appropriate. Please make a donation to Mind, which is, of course, an excellent charity. We'll probably do some children in need style appeal halfway through, so this won't be the last time you hear about it. But yes, please check out below. There's a link. Donate there. That'd be fantastic. Thank you very much. Also, what you should be doing is gathering yourself into teams. You should make sure someone is at superbar.co.uk/quiz. This is all below. You should all be paying attention to below. One of your members of teams is going to go at superbar.co.uk/quiz, and that's where you put in your answers. I would recommend that person is potentially doing it on a laptop, because there will be race rounds where you have to do it really quickly. Or I don't know if there's maybe you've got a really fast Alexa way of inputting. You can just shout the answer at it and make sure that it's fine. Probably not. We're obviously going to wait a little bit longer for everyone to get on board and get in. So for now, I'm going to leave you with the lovely ticker, which I can't remember the button for, so I'm just going to do it here. Oh, P, apparently. Yes, we'll see you in 10 minutes. Nikki will be here. Everything will be glorious. Read the instructions. Gather your team. Go to superbar.co.uk/quiz, or only one of you needs to do that. Enter your team. Entering the team. All of you should go to the Just Giving page and make a donation to Mind. That would be great. I should also say I'm working on it, but I think the company I work for, Markel, will be doubling what we put in here. So imagine that. You could put in a £5 and you've really put in a £10. Or you've put in £100 and really that's £200. That'd be amazing. Obviously, that's not going to happen. Right, I'll see you in 10 minutes. Bye. Do all the stuff.
New York City. Love the exception. So why yo, and baby dolls. Get on the floor. Get on the floor. Shake it like a mother. You know what to do. Sugar, shake it. You know what to do. Sugar, shake it. Shake it. Sugar, shake it like a mother. You know what to do.
No, we're not on mute. We're back. We're back. We are fully back.
Hi! Welcome. Welcome back, old friends. Welcome, new faces. Hi!
It's Halloween.
It is Halloween. It's also... So, guys, look. It's been a while since we've done this.
Yes. But we're back in lockdown, aren't we?
It's October, and here we still are.
Here we still are. Coronavirus is still raging outside.
One night in the summer, we all hung out in groups of 6 or less. We all hung out outside, and that was all fine. And now it's dark and it's cold. And if you're joining us from London, you can only see people that you live with or outside.
Yes.
And if you're in other parts of the country, you're probably in very similar situations.
Or worse.
Or indeed much worse. So so here we are. We're back. We just thought that it would be nice, and we had a few people, frankly requesting a quiz.
Yes.
We're doing
it's about time you did a quiz.
We're doing this for you guys, because quite a few people
Well,
were like,
Nikki, you say we're doing it for you guys. Who
like
are we
we practiced
really
it.
doing it for?
Basically, we were having a chat about bringing the quiz back.
Maybe we should have practiced this.
Perhaps. We had a chat about bringing the quiz back, and some people wanted the quiz back, and we thought, wouldn't it be nice if we did a quiz and maybe we used it as an opportunity to raise a little bit of money for a very important charity. And a lot of people that we know and that everybody knows have been affected by mental health issues this year. So we're going to move on from the serious stuff now. It's all just a fun quiz, but we just thought it was important. And thank you so much to people who've already very generously donated, because we're just doing this for a bit of a laugh, and it's very, very, very nice.
Yes, and if you would like to, you do not have to donate to do this
pressure.
quiz. There's no pressure.
We won't
at
know
all.
if you don't.
No.
Don't worry about it. But
if you would like to, it's down below in the link, the Just Giving link. Please donate there. That would be.
If you're in a position to and you would like to, that would be really lovely. And if you're like us, I'm having a lovely gin and tonic, which George has mixed. These are, I don't know if George's Auntie Caroline's joining us from Norfolk this evening, but these are rocks which she bought for me, which you keep in the freezer, and then you use them instead of ice, so you don't get weird melted ice in your gin.
So there you go.
Thanks, Auntie Caroline, if you're watching.
Are we now doing advertisements for gin at the same time?
If you're joining us, if you're having a gin, you're having a beer, you're having a glass of wine, maybe if you were in the pub, you might leave a tip for the staff. Something like a small donation to mine would be lovely, but also no pressure. And thanks for joining us.
Yes, thanks for joining us.
It's so nice to have you back. Just like last time, if you joined us before, you can comment on the
comment
YouTube
thing, on the YouTube thing, on the YouTube.
The world's oldest YouTubers are back.
Yes.
So yeah, you can comment on there. If you don't want to do that, you can WhatsApp one of us or something. But message us if something's.
Yeah, we're paying attention to the live chat, but it should be said that there's a delay, so we're going out maybe 20 seconds.
Oh yeah, we're coming
in front of you.
We're coming at you from the future.
Inevitably, what actually happens is at some point I will leave the mute button on, and we'll do this for a while.
And then somebody
Someone
will tell
comment.
us, and then it's all very amusing.
So yes, please do that. We're expecting tech issues to happen at some point. They're very important to it.
You came for the quiz, you stayed for the tech issues, and it's
Because as ever, the quiz is being marked by Bev. Bev is back!
It's Robot Bev!
Thought I'd thrown her away,
we
but
were
no.
genuinely worried that Robot Bev might no longer be with us, but here she is!
Yes. Wolverine may join in a bit.
Who they are. We don't really know for sure.
Yes, that's
we
fair.
don't know which way Bev identifies, or indeed anyway. So, they.
they. But here they are, and they're ready, having a lovely time. She will be doing badly here. You've done this. You've ruined it.
Sorry.
I'm all in trouble. They will be marking, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But hopefully by now you should have all formed teams. Hopefully you've like WhatsApping each other so you can chat and mock us.
You're ready? I'm just going to get my phone in case there's any correspondence live.
And one of the members of your teams should be on superbard.co.uk/quiz. Don't worry, you don't need to remember that. Again, it's all in the link, all in the description stuff below. One of you should be on there ready to put in the answers. And if you're putting in the answers, you need to be able to, potentially be a bit speedy because there are some race rounds.
There's some speed rounds.
There's 2 speed rounds, in fact. And B, you need to remember that Bev is marking, not us.
So the really important thing to remember about Bev is that they don't have a great sense of humour. No offence to Bev, but
you would think with hair like that there would be loads of humour going on, but no.
Hilarious jokes like brackets, kind of funny extra things. Bev won't really understand that. So they can. Oh, I've done this now. I assume Bev. We don't know. I thought Bev was a girl before. We don't know. But yeah, so Bev cannot really. She can like deal with spelling mistakes, a couple of little spelling mistakes, or if you think something's spelled a certain way and it's spelled a slightly different way, she can probably deal with that. That's fine. But if you try to like make hilarious jokes and put things in brackets for us to laugh at, like it won't be us marking. It
won't be us marking. Bev might just mark you wrong, even when the right answer was there. So don't do that. That's a bad idea.
Put all of your jokes in the chat and let us enjoy them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
Without further ado, we've waffled on for long enough.
We always do enjoy a waffle.
We do, and really we're just talking to George's laptop in our living room because we can't hear any of you.
There's a little green dot where the camera is, and we just sort of look at that the entire time. Yeah. It's very odd.
So, and as George explained, this week...
Oh, yes. It's Halloween!
So we thought we'd do a bit of a spooky theme quiz because we both really enjoy Halloween, and I'm really sad this year that I'm quite sure there will not be lots and lots of children coming around to do trick or treating, just because they won't because of the Rona. But previously, other years, loads of kids come around in little costumes and get chocolates and stuff.
You just casually call it the Rona there again.
That's what all the kids are calling
it the Rona. Yeah,
I am pretty cool.
Yeah.
So so basically there won't be loads of kids coming around, which is a bit of a shame. But we thought we'd do a bit of a Halloween spooky theme quiz.
Yes.
For you guys.
So without further ado, shall we do round 1? You all know what you're going. You've all formed your teams.
You're ready.
There's no one panicking on the text. Should we just check that there's...
I did just check my correspondence and a few people enthusiastically getting ready.
Getting ready. Some of you will have already donated, which is great. Well done, you guys. No, I think we're good to go. All right.
Round one.
So round 1 is, as ever, for those of you that are returning, is a connections round. For those of you that are new, we'll explain what a connections round is. Nikki.
It's not at all ripped off from the board game Linky, in which the first 5 questions in the round will have a...
We're not doing the actual bit at the end. All 6 questions.
All 6 questions, right? So you answer all 6 questions, and all of the answers will sort of have something in common. They'll have a bit of a connection between them. So that might help you. If you get a couple of answers and you're not sure about the others, and you think, oh, I'm spotting something here.
There's a connection. There's something going through.
All the answers are also
spooky theme,
types of car, but it won't be types of car. It'll be something spooky.
Yes. That's basically it. There's a connection. They're all connected. And actually, I'm even going to go further this time. I'm going to say they're all connected by their first name.
Ooh.
So the connection's there. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.
Ooh, by their first name. Okay.
Oh no! Now I've lost the.
It's round 1.
It's round 1.
Oh god, we're about to practice, guys. Sorry.
Okay, question 1.
Question 1. Are you going first?
Yeah, why not? Which? Oh, okay.
I like this one. Okay. Question 1. Which famous actor insisted that he re-record all of his lines in a Scottish accent in the film Shrek? So in the film Shrek, which famous actor insisted that he had to re-record all of his lines in a Scottish accent?
So we're warming you up with what I hope is.
Pretty easy. You've all seen Shrek.
You've all seen Shrek. This is the easy one. Should warn you, the quiz is in general a bit harder
A little bit
today.
tricksy.
A little bit more tricky.
A little bit tricksy, just testing
But
you.
this is just to warm you up. Okay. Question 2. Instantly, we're into Greek mythology. Which Greek hero led the Argonauts in the quest for the Golden Fleece?
Hard question.
Which Greek hero of Greek mythology led the Argonauts in the quest for the Golden Fleece?
So we've gone from the ridiculous to the sublime and then back to the ridiculous for me again. Question 3, if you are ready for it. Which famous, also retired, cricketer and TV personality has recently spoken out about his struggles with bulimia? So it is a man. So famous retired cricketer and TV personality who's recently spoken out about his struggles with bulimia.
Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a clue here. This cricketer has a nickname, and really it's the nickname that is the connection rather than his real
I think
name.
you're overcomplicating it.
I'm
I don't think anybody calls him, like no one calls me Nicola.
No, it's got
Nicola is actually my name. Loads of you watching won't even know that.
It's got a real name that isn't that.
Let's not worry. Yeah, for anyone who didn't know,
Sure.
my name's actually Nicola.
Okay. All right. Question 4. Which actor had a series of comedy films from 1953 to 1966 and was once referred to by Charlie Chaplin as his favourite clown?
That's a nice little town of endearment.
It is, isn't it? So, which actor had a series of comedy films from 1953 to 1966 and was once referred to by Charlie Chaplin as his favourite clown? So, you know, we're going back. We've got to have some for the oldies. My parents might be playing.
Just want to say on the correspondence, I've got a few people just messaging me their answers. They've all been correct so far. Well done, everybody.
I mean, that's very good, but you should be doing it in
Put them in the
superbard.com.uk/quiz, because otherwise you won't get in the graphs, which will definitely work later. Definitely.
But yeah, but those of you who've messaged me answers, well done. Okay. And now, this one's, am I going to be able to pronounce this? Question 5 of 6. Which Carthaginian?
Very good. Yeah, I think so.
George wrote this question, obviously. Which Carthaginian general crosses the Alps with elephants?
I changed it to crossed when I wrote it on the thing because I feel like crossed is.
He's not currently
He's
crossing.
He's not currently a
No.
Carthaginian
Which
general.
Carthaginian general crossed the Alps with elephants? Sounds like a fancy fellow. Do you know his name?
Let's hope that they do. And
I'm so glad I still amuse my husband. After all these many months of lockdown.
many months, we're still finding each other entertaining. So you know,
That's
and
the
we're glad
important
that we can.
And if
hope
you don't
that
find
you are too, as well.
us entertaining, you will find this question entertaining.
Who is the first unmarried partner to live in 10 Downing Street? So that's there's no judgment.
We'll explain why it's funny when we do the answers. Most of you, I think, will know why it's funny, but
Who is the first unmarried partner to live in 10 Downing Street?
and that's your first round.
And that's your first round. Now,
Just like that. Let us know on the chat or somewhere else if appropriate. If you need a question repeating.
Yep.
That's not a problem. We can do that. We tried to go nice and slow for you.
we'll obviously go through them all again in a brief bit, but
The
we'll
correspondence is kicking off.
just sort of allow you to. Yes, you're right, Will.
Will of Will and Jolie. It was correct.
But the connection is just to help you get from answer to answer. There's no bonus points for getting the answer because I couldn't think of a way to word it nicely that would make sure that it was really consistent for Bev to mark. So there's no mark for getting the connection, but hopefully it'll help you get to some of the other answers.
Yes.
Hopefully it'll get there.
Right. That's your first round.
That's your first round. Should we go through those questions?
Should we just run through them again? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Here they were.
Question 1. Which famous actor insisted that he re-record all of his lines in a Scottish accent in the film Shrek?
Question 2. Which Greek hero led the Argonauts in the quest for the Golden Fleece? Alright, which Greek hero led the Argonauts in the quest for the Golden Fleece?
Question 3. Which famous retired cricketer and TV personality has recently spoken out about his struggles with bulimia? Which retired cricketer and TV personality has recently spoken out about his struggles with bulimia?
Question 4. Which actor had a series of comedy films from 1953 to 1966 and was once referred to by Charlie Chaplin as his favourite clown? That's an actor, comedy films, 53 to 66, and Charlie Chaplin's favourite clown.
Ooh, that was a lot of details to run through like it was really quick. Question 5. Which Carthaginian general crossed the Alps with elephants? Which Carthaginian general crossed the Alps with elephants? Fancy fella? I was going to say fancy fella.
And who is the first unmarried partner to live in 10 Downing Street? Who is the first unmarried partner to live in 10 Downing Street?
That's your round 1.
And that's your round 1. Excellent. Hopefully you're getting
Love
those
it.
in. You're going to
Love
press
it.
submit. We're not going to tell you the answers now because you could still be writing those answers in. You've got a little bit of time. While you're sort of, waiting for us to continue waffle on, maybe you could go to the Just Giving site, make a little bit of a
We
donation.
shouldn't plug this too much. I don't want people to feel under pressure as well.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want to.
And yes, we're thinking, by the way, at the moment that we're going to do sporadically, maybe. So we basically might do a Christmas one as well. That's kind of where we're at.
Because I know back in sort of original lockdown, the OG lockdown back in March, so April time, we did this every Monday night, and we had a lot of really lovely people, many of whom are joining in tonight, who joined every week, and we were all properly confined to our homes at that point. And I know things are a little bit different now-ish, so we don't want to basically let
Tear
us know.
the ass out of it. That's what's going on.
It's a good Northern Irishism there. But yeah, basically if you guys want us to do some more quizzes, we'd be really, really happy to do some more quizzes, but we don't want to overdo it also. So let us know. Let us know if you'd be up for a couple more, or Christmas one or something. Let us know.
Also, just chat to your fellow people in the comments. That's what they're for. You're chatting to them. You're chatting to us. Isn't that nice?
All right.
Make an amusing joke. All right. Round 2.
Now, everybody knows.
Go on. Sorry.
Everybody knows that I love a music round.
Yes.
And we don't always do a music round. Music round's back.
Controversially, we're going round 2 for the music round, largely because there's a film round later, and the last one, I hope you got to the point where you might have realised there was a bit of a film connection. Might have been giving something away somewhere. Some people still might be working on that. Apologies if that's the case. We're going to do a music round.
Music round.
And for music round, what I want is the artist and the name of the song.
Both.
But you're in a race against everybody else. So you want your quickest typer ready to be going as soon as you hear the name of the thing. Now, I will reveal one other little secret to you that's very important.
Ooh, I don't know if I know this.
To win the race, you have to be the first person in with a part of it correct. I think that's going to be very important, particularly for the first question. Just saying, you might want to just rush in.
If you know the name of the song or the name of the artist, but you don't know both, speed is important.
Yeah.
Time's of the essence. Put in the bit you know.
Exactly.
Don't worry. Don't dither. Don't dither while you think of the other bit that you don't know.
Okay. So you ready?
I've got faith in you. I know you.
You ready to go? What's going to be first?
Are we ready?
It's of course a spooky theme. How many times can we overuse the one effect that we have?
I really enjoy it. Okay.
All right.
Music round.
Question one.
Question 1.
Get ready. Get typing. Get pressing enter.
Track and artist.
No commas or anything. Just track an artist.
Just put them all in.
It's all fine.
a monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
Not only did we get the Halloween effect, but we almost got the answer.
Almost everyone got the answer. So yes, name an artist, but the people who are in quicker are going to get more points.
I hope you were really loving that as much as I was loving it.
Okay. Question 2. Again, we maybe went easy on the first. Let's keep it trickier.
I think this one's hard.
can't seem to face up to the fact. I'm tense and nervous and I can't relax. Can't sleep 'cause my bed's on fire. Don't touch me, I'm a real live wire.
I think that's really hard.
It's really tricky.
I definitely wouldn't get that one right.
That's fine.
I'm not playing.
You're not playing. It's these guys playing. Will anyone get it right? Point is, if you're not going to get it right, you've got to go on to question 3 anyway. You just got to play. You just put in some gibberish and go for it. You've just got to go straight to question 3 so that you can be quick on that one.
Right. So
All
from
right.
there, that one's a bit of a golden oldie. This is one for the kids.
For the kids.
Billy.
What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, where do we go?
Come here.
Say it, spit it out. What is it exactly? The pain is the amount cleaning you out. Am I satisfactory? Today I'm thinking about the things that are deadly. The way I'm drinking you down, like I wanna drown, like I wanna drink you.
So there you go.
All right.
A little bit more modern. I reckon that might be the first one that we've managed to do that's probably been released in the last 2 years. So there you go. We know about the popular
We're-
modern music.
We're YouTubers, all right?
We know everything that's going on.
Okay.
Okay, this is my favourite song.
This is I'm just going to dedicate this, as I have done many, many times in the past, to Will Mitchell. Do a little bit of a RuPaul's Drag Race style lip sync there, just to
Just to really
Just a little
work that
something,
one out.
just a little nostalgic something for everybody.
So I'm wondering, did you play that song the first time I ever met you?
When George says I played that song, I
sang
sang that
that
song.
Oh, here it is!
free!
Wolverine's coming in.
I sang that song in a sticky floored pub in my second year of university, and that is when George and I met for the first time.
So,
Hey, so
but it
Wolverine-
also has a spooky themed title. So
Wolverine
also
has
works
not
for today.
agreed for me to spray him black for Halloween. He did not agree to that. Oh, and also, since you guys saw him last, he's got a new addition. This is his special tracker. Oh, can you see it? This is his special tracker because he went missing for a couple of days during lockdown, and it was very, very stressful for George and I.
No.
It was not a good time in the Blumkovich house, and so we got him a little Asbo tracker tag, so now we can find out where he is.
All right. Question 5. Another tricky one. Sorry, it is definitely more tricky. It's definitely more tricky today. On the plus side, I will let this get to the main riff because it's got no words. Okay, all right, yeah. There,
It's a little bit tricky.
A little bit tricky today. Hopefully people are getting them. Maybe they're not. Don't know. Who knows? Wolverine's about to sit on the other laptop and ruin everything. Question 6. Okay.
Ooh, what a tune. That one's a corker.
What a tune.
Correspondence confirms that Will Mitchell was dancing around the living room to track 4,
Excellent.
which makes me very happy.
Track 7, I think, is one of those where the speed is going to be of the essence. Some people are going to get it super quick. You ready? You ready for it? What?
It was pretty close, but yeah, and that's the music round, guys.
Well done, everyone. Good job.
And if anybody, I mean, it was a speed round, so I think probably repeats are not going to be very
They're not-
useful
not
if
gonna
you
be
haven't
helpful.
answered by now. But if you did want to hear one again, just because it's a banging tune,
Let us know in the chat.
there were a couple of banging tunes, a couple of duds in there as well, in my opinion. But
Yeah. Okay.
the first one was a corker, wasn't it? But yeah.
Answers
to round 1. All right. Are you ready for this? So, question 1 was, Which famous actor in the film Shrek insisted that he re-record all of his lines in a Scottish accent? And it was, of course...
It was Mike Myers,
Yes, it
or
was.
I would accept Michael Myers as well.
Which...
Is key. Question 2. Which Greek hero led the Argonauts in the quest for the Golden Fleece? The answer is Jason. Oh, sorry.
I'm supposed to say the answer.
Alright, you are supposed to
when
say
you
the
do the
answer.
question.
Yeah, alright, you do that.
This is an equal rights house. Okay, the answer was Jason to that one. Question 3. Which famous retired cricketer and TV personality has recently spoken out about his struggles with bulimia? And the answer is Freddie Flintoff. I don't know if anybody watched this recently. It was very interesting, very brave of him to talk about his experiences of struggling with bulimia in the public eye as a male athlete. Yeah, really interesting. So yeah, the answer is Freddie Flintoff.
Who is also Andrew Flintoff as well.
Oh, that's what all of you were like nickname, and I was like,
nickname is
Freddie.
a problem.
I was like, who calls him Frederick Flintoff?
Yeah.
No one does, because it's not his name.
You will have got some answers, Donnie,
Donnie.
for putting first names in, but I did expect the second answers, but that actually only matters for a couple of them.
Donnie, let's see, you'll have a few points. It'll be
Yeah.
all right. But yeah, it was Freddie Flintoff. Question 4.
Which actor had a series of comedy films from 1953 to 1966 and was once referred to by Charlie Chaplin as his favourite clown?
It was Norman Wisdom!
Yes, that was the tricky question. Only a couple of you got that right, so well done to those of you that did.
Trixie. Question 5. Which Carthaginian general crossed the Alps with elephants? It was, of course,
Hannibal.
it was Hannibal.
It was Hannibal. So hopefully
Hopefully
you're getting towards a
The
theme
connection's
here.
becoming clear. And the final question in the round
Who is the first unmarried partner to live in 10 Downing Street?
is Carrie Simmons, the
answer
current
is Carrie
inhabitant,
Simmons.
current partner of the current Prime Minister. And the reason we're giggling is, for those of you who know us because we went to university together, you'll of course know that she also went to university with us.
Yes.
Um,
The other reason we're giggling is
is kind of
because when we put through the names together and work all what all those first names are, we've got Michael Myers. Actually, first name and second name is important there.
Mike Myers, yeah.
Then Jason, Freddie, Norman
Bates,
Hannibal,
Hannibal Lecter.
and Carrie. They're all killers.
They're all
from famous films.
They're all really scary characters who kill everybody in horror films. From Friday the 13th, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Psycho, Silence of the Lambs, and Carrie.
Oh, the graph worked!
Yay!
Yeah! Hooray!
Wolverine's so thrilled. He's just
So
he
thrilled.
let everyone
So-
see how excited Wolverine is. He's just cuddling up with Bev back here.
What you can see there is Core Geeks and Flying Solo again are full marks. Congratulations. Great work. All good there. And then you've got other people I can't really
Donnie
see.
is a sad face from Donnie.
Sad face from Donnie. Who's,
Donnie, do you know what? There's no prizes, mate.
and
there's no
you know,
prizes.
this is the early round. There's going to be lots to catch
You've
up
got
on.
time to pull it back,
So it's all
Donnie.
good.
Don't worry.
In fact, why don't we go straight to the answers for round 2? Because we can't.
There's a speed round. Why not?
Well, I say we can do this. My computer's going very slow over here. Don't
This
really
could
know
be the first of
why.
a first technical glitch.
hitch. No, let's not go. Let's do some more questions.
Okay,
let's
round
do
3.
that. Round 3. Okay.
Yeah, we'll maybe do round 3 and then we'll give everyone a little break
A
if
little
they want to get another beer or something.
So this one is an acrostic, which an acrostic is a type of poem where the first letter of each line forms a word. We're obviously doing that with a quiz, so the first letter of every answer forms a word. If
Again,
there's
it's
any...
a little bit of a spooky theme.
It's a little bit of a spooky
Help you out.
theme. All the questions are spooky themed. There's spookiness going on in general.
General spookiness happening. Big Halloween fans and listeners.
There is one question where you might think about putting a the in front of it. Don't put a the in front of it.
Doesn't need a there.
Doesn't need a the. Don't want it. Don't want a the. I'll even give you. No, I won't give you. I'll just say basically don't put thes at the beginning of things.
Don't need them.
We don't want them. Don't want them. and won't help with the acrostic, which
In fact, would hinder
you
the acrostic.
a lot. Question 1.
All right. Shall I go first?
Go for it.
Question 1 is, who led the children out of Hamlin in the story? Who led the children? Well, it's not real, is it?
Well, no, it's just
Is
more like
it?
that's a clue. You know, like it's a very general question. Could be a real person who.
It's a story.
It's a-
Who led the children out of Hamlin?
Question 2. Which electronic group's hit Born Slippy was on the Train Spotting soundtrack? Which electronic group's hit Born Slippy was on the Train Spotting soundtrack?
Question 3. Who wrote the 1818 Gothic horror novel Frankenstein? It's an absolute gem. If you haven't read it, pick it up. Who wrote the 1818 Gothic horror novel Frankenstein? Go a little bit quick.
Oh,
Maybe.
slow down.
I don't know. Let us know if we're going too fast. We can slow down.
Okay, question 4. Which word for making someone frightened comes from a French term which means to make or become stoned?
This quiz is nothing if not educational.
You know, we go from highbrow. It's not as much lowbrow, this quiz. It's definitely on
There's
the.
some lowbrow coming, don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry, it's happening. But yeah, which word for making someone frightened comes from a French term to make or become stoned?
And here comes the lowbrow. Which CITV show had a dungeoneer wearing a helmet of justice?
I wanted this.
You can do the answer.
Okay.
Which CITV show had a dungeoneer wearing a helmet of justice?
I mean,
Spelling is crucial.
yeah, spelling is crucial.
I know we said Bev can cope with the odd spelling mistake, but spelling, if you get the spelling wrong on this, it'll mess up your acrostic.
To think of that, and
Consider it.
also, you know, it's definitely aiming at an audience today, isn't it? With this one, this is definitely
Well, we'll see.
for the 90s kids.
Okay.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of,
which 90s slasher film starts with Jennifer Love Hewitt and her friends driving to the beach?
I wish they didn't.
Which 90s slasher film starts with Jennifer Love Hewitt and her friends driving to the beach? I mean, her friends in terms of acting. Like, I don't know if they're her real friends.
I could, if anybody needs a clue, I could give you the name
Yeah.
of another actor or two. She was obviously the lead. She was pretty big in the 90s, Jennifer Love Hewitt, after Party of Five. Was she in Party of Five? No, that was Neve Campbell.
I don't know.
I think she was quite big in the 90s, but if anybody
maybe
wants a clue, let me know. I
maybe
can give
the-
you one more actor.
Maybe the clue is in the acrostic. Consider that.
True. Okay.
Okay.
Question 7. What is the name, so a sort of proper name, for a fear of the new? So if you're afraid of things that are new to you, that are different, what's the name for that fear? It's a bit of a tricky one.
And question 8. What is the acrostic?
What's the acrostic?
So obviously, just to be clear, question 8 is not in the acrostic. It's out. It's not like some meta thing where it's also.
Tell us what the acrostic is.
Tell us
What
what the
word have you
acrostic is.
spelled?
What
So
word is
even
made
if
up?
there's an answer or two that you're not sure of, you probably got the word. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Should we run through this again?
Oh, let's
And then we'll
definitely
give everyone
do
a
that.
little break for wheeze and beers and things. Okay. Question 1. Who led the children out of Hamlin? Who led the children out of Hamlin?
Question 2. Which electronic group's hit Born Slippy was on the Train Spotting soundtrack? I think when I say electronic group,
Electronic group.
I sound like I'm
dad.
definitely into dad territory there. Which electronic group's hit Born Slippy was on the Train Spotting
On the
soundtrack?
train spotting
On the
soundtrack.
spotting of the train soundtrack.
Question 3. Who wrote the 1818 Gothic horror masterpiece Frankenstein? Who wrote the 1818 Gothic horror novel Frankenstein?
Question 4. Which word for making someone frightened comes from a French term to make or become stone? So which word for making someone frightened comes from a French term to make or become stone?
George's favourite question. Question 5. Which CITV show had a dungeoneer wearing a helmet of justice? Which CITV show had a dungeoneer wearing a helmet of justice?
Question 6. Which 90s slasher film starts with... I like the word slasher. It's the one you can really get behind. Which 90s slasher film starts with Jennifer Love Hewitt and her friends driving to the beach?
Question 7. What is the name for a fear of the new? What's the name for a fear of the new or new things?
Question 8. What's the acrostic?
Alright.
Okay.
Unless anybody needs another question, let us know. We'll keep a little eye on the comments. We're going to give you a little break.
I'm going to give you a little break to have a look through some of those.
Get a drink.
And then we'll be back with
put some of those tracks on Spotify again, because some of them were so good, some of them were good. They were a real mixed bag this time.
Shall I leave? Why don't we leave with one of the tracks, and then that can be what we're playing through while you go and get a beer.
Which one are you doing? The first one?
Yes, because it's Halloween.
Oh, it's really embarrassing.
Right, see you in a bit.
You can just watch all the breaks.
For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abode to get a jolt from my electrode.
They did the mash.
They did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard
They
smash.
did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They did the mash.
They did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun.
In a shoot ball.
The party had just begun.
In a shoot ball.
The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all were digging the sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker Five.
Played the mash.
They played the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard
They
smash.
played the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They played the mash.
They played the monster mash. Out from his coffin, Drac's voice did ring. Seemed he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?"
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash.
The monster mash.
And it's a graveyard
It's
smash.
now the mash.
It's caught on in a flash.
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash. Now everything's cool, Drac's a part of the band, and my monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them God is sent.
Then you can mash.
Then you can monster mash,
The monster mash.
and do my graveyard
Then you
smash.
can mash.
You'll catch on in a flash.
Then you can mash.
Then you can monster mash.
Monster mash.
You in
Monster mash.
mash.
Monster mash. Monster mash. Monster mash.
Okay, we're back.
Yay! We're glad Wolverine kept you guys company as well.
Yeah. Let's go through that music round, shall we? So that first one that you were just listening to there was, of course, the Monster Mash. But who was it by? It's by Bobby Pickett.
Hopefully most people got the Monster Mash. Did anyone get Bobby Pickett?
I don't know if they did, actually.
It's quite
no,
tricky.
that was tricky. In fact, there were very few 5s in general this time.
What a tune, though. The Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash. Although the fact that there's no 5s in the last one suggests that I've probably done something wrong with the coding, which I will look at and make sure that we're happy with. I mean, Bev has gone wrong, because
No
I think
5s.
for the last one, people would have got that, won't they? I hope so. Anyway, question 2.
Yeah, this one was not my fave.
Not your fave, was it? No, Nikki didn't like it.
Couldn't have a good jam to this one, you know?
A few people got it though. A few
Oh,
people
yeah?
were there. It is Psycho Killer by the Talking Heads. I stop it literally just before it says Psycho Killer. I don't know what it is. There was a big clue right at the beginning of this one. Are you ready? Massive clue. Question 3. This is Bury a Friend by
What do
Billie
you
Eilish.
want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you
She's 12.
Why aren't you
Barely out of the womb.
Why do you play
Yes.
when we all fall asleep? Where do we go?
This
And
bit.
Say it, spit it out.
Brilliant. Very good.
this was this is of course it's Zombie by the Cranberries, as covered by me.
Just to be clear,
This isn't
endlessly.
me.
We used to do it like every time, literally.
like a lot.
Too much. Too
Some
much.
people may have heard the song too many times, and it's quite depressing. I mean, it's a very depressing song, also, but
Yeah,
it was a bit of a
favourite.
bit of an end of parties one.
Impressed that a few of you got this. I thought this would not. People would be struggling with this one, but yeah, actually, three people got something here. This,
Well, of course.
of course, is maybe a bit unfair. It is Kerncraft 400 by Zombie Nation. Zombie Nation are the producers. Yes.
That was the other way around.
Well, it didn't matter.
It doesn't go song.
Yeah, isn't that just like?
Oh no, I thought the song was called Zombie Nation, and then
Please
the
let us
artist
know
was Kurt
which way
Craftwork.
round I think it is. I'm pretty sure Zombie Nation are the people, and then Kerncraft 400 is the song.
We'll find out and let you know. If you happen to know, drop us a comment, let us know. And then this one, oh, what tune?
Again, there's a clue nice and early. Oh, maybe not there. Yeah, right. Creep. By TLC.
What a great. Oh, listen to some TLC after this one.
Now, only one team got this, which, as I said, I think means that the Bev has been doing something
It's
wrong.
harder than you thought it was. This is Ghost Town.
So enough of that. Let's have a look at the scores.
Scores on the doors.
Scores on the doors, and the core geeks are racing ahead there with some great answers. They were first. They were first with the Cranberries and Zombie, which
Oh, well done, Core Geeks.
well done them, and also on Ghost Town and Specials. So. Maybe that's what's gone on there. I think I've worked out why something's gone weird. Maybe the Specials, there might be something funny happening. Point is,
Sure.
well done. Good work.
And yeah, I've had a couple of bit of correspondence from a few people about Zombie, who remember that being sung endlessly. And yeah, of course, as George and I mentioned during the round, that I sang it on the night that we met in
Isn't that?
a sticky floored pub called Kelsey's in Leamington. It's pretty disgusting, and that's
It's probably still there, isn't it?
probably
maybe it's still
still
there.
is. And that's where we met.
Yeah.
It's not a very romantic song.
No, we didn't have it as our first dance.
No. God, no, absolutely not. Anyway, let's move on from that.
Okay, so we're now going to move on to round 4. Again, we're back to a race round. So we're back to you typing really
you
quickly.
Wolverine's ready.
They're going to be scary films. But they're going to be scary films as done by amateurs and told in 60 seconds.
Yeah, so like a few years ago, are we included in this?
We're not included. No, I took ours out because it involved.
Well, we'll
I
explain. So a few years
Yeah.
ago, we did a competition, and it's called Done in 60 Seconds, where you take a popular film and you try and make like an amateur version of it that literally lasts 1 minute, and that's what we're going to use for this. And you've got to guess what the film is. And we weren't going to use ours, but George decided not to.
There may
Partly
be
because
people from work watching.
there's an embarrassing
There's a scene that is just like, I mean, don't like if you are watching and you want to look it up, please do. But be warned, there's a scene where I'm like, oh.
The film
I
that
was
we
young.
did, the film we did was Donnie Darko.
Yeah.
And if you're a fan or you've seen the film, you might remember that there's a scene where Donnie Darko is in therapy and sort of under hypnosis, and he does something a bit embarrassing that you wouldn't choose to do necessarily. George played Donnie Darko.
I did.
In the film.
Yes.
We're going to leave it there.
And there's some great, like, it's a good film.
I was Gretchen.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've not used ours.
We've not used ours. These are
Other-
scary films. They're done in 60 seconds. As soon as you recognise it, type it in and go.
Quick as you can. And it's going to be
Beautiful.
sort of amateur 60-second versions. Hope
You
you
ready?
enjoy them.
Some people getting the shine.
What's in room 237?
There ain't nothing in room 237. Concentration distracting me. Perhaps they need correcting, sir. Wendy, darling, light of my life. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. Here's Johnny.
So there you go.
How
There's-
good was that?
There's question 1. I mean, what I feel is like it's so good. We've just gone and stolen something from the internet and put it here for your viewing pleasure.
Enjoy.
So hopefully you've got the idea now. Hopefully you typed that out nice and quickly. You worked out what that is. I reckon this second one you'll also potentially get fairly quickly. Here we go.
Yeah, I'll book a restaurant. Things will change, promise.
You didn't book a picture show.
No.
You're a wonderful mum.
Ooh. You got your pints, your pig snacks. It's not the end of the world.
Zombies are currently plaguing the streets of London. They can be dealt with by either removing the head or destroying the brain.
So what's the plan? Right. Take her, grab Mum, grab Liz, go to Winchester, and for all this, blow over. Yeah, boy! Peanut, anyone? I'm sorry, Mum. Let's go to Winchester. Who the fuck idea was that?
Yeah, but you did something. Look, there's a lift.
Sorry, Eddie.
Sorry, I like Tim, Sean.
There you go.
Yay!
There's another one for you.
That's also instantly one of George's favourite films.
It is one of my favourite films.
Ever.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
that version.
No, the real. I haven't watched it in a while actually. Maybe that's
Maybe
what we'll
it's
do.
a Halloween watch.
do
Maybe
at
even after
Halloween.
this quiz. I'm going to listen to some TLC. Going to maybe watch a film.
Yeah, maybe that specific film.
Alright. Here's question 3.
What been attacking Bev?
I think he's giving Bev a cuddle.
He's actually like.
He's giving Bev a cuddle. He's not attacking her. Yeah. He's literally just put his paws behind Bev. This is so, let them say, this is so weird. If you stand up a little second. Yeah, he's
It's being odd.
He's properly tucked in behind Bev.
Okay.
He's giving Bev a kiss.
That's very cute. But for now, on with the race. Question 3.
What's going on? Who are you? Who are you? Who's that? This one's got changing. One's got defeated. Snap. Live or die. Your choice. I have to kill you for the clock strike 60 seconds. Give me some sweet, sweet cancer. The secret's poisonous. It's got nicotine in it. No, my wife! Stop it! I'm suffering! No, don't! It's in the script! Where can we run? You bastard! Get off me! Kill your gunny brother! It's loose! I have to find out! No! No! No!
There you go. Maybe we should have had a bit more of a disturbing content chat
Bit of a warning.
beforehand.
Yeah, that wasn't very nice, was it?
No, but it is like a film that you may or may not have seen, or maybe you could guess about. I don't know. Maybe you were really quick,
Hope you were really quick.
because that's how.
Yeah,
you
we
get
should probably
the
have given a
points.
disturbing warning. That's not very nice.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I think that's probably the worst of them.
Yeah.
I think the rest of them are fairly
And
alright.
hopefully it's low budget enough that you weren't grossed out by the fake blood, because it was quite obviously fake.
Sure, but sorry. Question 4.
Okay.
Good.
Look, if things get out of hand, I don't want to make it mad.
I should get him talking.
Mom, we gotta go!
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
It might work. Well, there could be something up there.
Something's here.
Talking to him. Hello?
Can you help us?
No, gotta go. To hell with this.
A bit more abstract, that one.
A little bit.
A little bit more abstract. Hopefully you got there.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Cool. I quite like that one. I think that one's one of the more creative ones.
Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah, well done, those guys.
All right.
Question 5.
Question 5.
Night to pronto. Checkmate.
Well done! Bob, get in here!
Them crazy sweets.
It's not Betty! Okay, man, you can let me out now. You gotta be shitting. Nobody trusts anybody anymore. It's him! Not me! Not me! Yeah! Fuck you too! Where were you, child? I got lost in the stall.
What I really like is they obviously spent a lot of time on that, and it was still pretty rubbish. But like they put some effort in. Well done, those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what was that one? I think that's probably. I reckon that's the hardest of them. That one.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would get that one.
Definitely
But
a bit more
this
tricky.
next one.
This next one, I think you'll be
fine.
You'll be fine for, which means you've got to be quick
Fine. Be
on the
quick.
typing.
Last one.
Oh, sorry.
Last one in the film.
No,
round.
I'm not gonna.
What?
No, I was gonna say something, but I'm not going to.
What? Say.
It must be typed exactly.
We've intercepted a transmission from an unknown origin. We have to check it out.
Looks like eggs or something. Tell me you come, motherfucker!
45 seconds to detonation.
Lucky star.
This is Nikki, last survivor Nostromo, signing off.
The other bit I've just noticed about that one is I think they've managed to do that without having a girl in their cast. Which, considering
given
the film, pretty ridiculous.
It's kind of stupid.
Well done, those guys. Cool. Hopefully you've raced. Hopefully you've got everything in. What we're going to do is we're going to give you the answers to round 3, give you the answers to round 4, and then we're going to go into the last, the final, the pointless round. Which is just like every other pointless round that we've done, except there's some, a hint of spookiness.
Yeah, there is.
A hint of spookiness.
Yeah.
All right, so round 3 was the acrostic. Nikki, do you want to start while I...
Yeah, so question 1.
here?
What am I meant to press to bring up the questions?
Oh, this one.
What was it?
The little arrow.
Oh. Who led the children out of Hamlin? It was, of course, the Pied Piper, and you don't need that there. We just wanted Pied Piper.
So we wanted P for Pied and Piper, but, really Pied is probably...
The Pied Piper of Hamlin.
Yeah. Question 2. Which electronic group's largest hit, Born Slippy, was on the Trainspotting soundtrack? The answer is Underworld. Which is a U. And also, Underworld's kind of spooky, right? Yeah, that's the thing.
Question 3. Who wrote the 1818 Gothic horror masterpiece, Frankenstein?
It's Mary Shelley. One of Nikki's favourite. Also, she wrote that when she was really young, didn't she?
Yeah, she was really young. She's awesome.
That's the sort of fact, if we were prepared,
we would tell you actually how old she was, rather than
Nikki would be like,
young.
oh yeah, she was 22 or whatever it was.
Probably know
And then we should, that would have been...
You do the next question after
that. That would have been really smooth if we'd have done that. Oh, did we ever find out whether it was...
I'll find out. You do the next question.
Okay. Which word for making someone frightened comes from a French term to make or become stone? And a few of you got this, so well done, guys. The answer is petrify, or I would have accepted petrifying. Or Bev would.
Yeah. And the next question, which CITV show had a dungeoneer wearing a helmet of justice?
The good news is that loads of you got this right. It is Nightmare, but importantly, spelt with a K. Because now we are at P-U-M-P-K. I think you know where we're going. Which 90s slasher film starts with Jennifer Love Hewitt and her friends driving to the beach?
It was, of course, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yes.
Which also starred Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. and Ryan Phillippe, so it was a 90s extravaganza.
Obviously one of Nikki's favourite films.
Not one of my favourites, but I just saw it a few times.
And what is the name for a fear of the new? And yes, some of you got this, so well done. It is neophobia. So I was hoping that the N would help you get there. I suppose maybe some of you put new phobia. It's neophobia. Although, interestingly, because Bev is not very good at working out what spelling mistakes, I think if you put new phobia, you'd have got the marks, because she just will have gone, you've got one letter away.
Probably
so
fine.
I think, but neophobia is the real answer, which of course makes the acrostic pumpkin.
It's pumpkin!
So,
What's the acrostic? I've just googled it, and Mary Shelley was 19 when she wrote Frankenstein.
There you go.
Which
Very
is
young.
ridiculous. I've also got it, and you are indeed correct. Zombie Nation is the name of the group.
Thank you.
And Kerncraft 400 is the name of the song.
Be lauding that over Nikki for some time.
You would if I cared.
It's the most important thing we've done. Wolverine, incidentally, and Bev are still
having a smooch.
Hugging / smooching.
They're just having a little cuddle.
So
Wolverine's really chilled.
make of that what you will.
Do you love Bev?
Yes.
Yes, he loves Bev. Bev's his friend.
Why is he put his arm around her?
He's like, hi exciting.
Oh, no, wait.
no,
Oh, no, Bev's getting it. Oh, no, Bev's gone.
They may have fallen out.
Okay.
It might all be over, the love affair between Wolverine and Bev.
Round 4. The films, I will show you a brief clip and then we'll just go back. We won't show the whole thing. The first, well, that was super brief. First one.
People day, The Shine.
That was The Shining.
It was, of course.
Second one.
Yeah, I'll book a restaurant.
I mean, there were lots of uses of the word Shaun there, and it was such a great film. Shaun of the Dead.
That's the one that we should have given a bit of a warning because it's actually a bit gruesome, and that was Saw.
Yeah, it was a bit grim. Number 4, this is the sort of bit of a weird one, but again, yeah, some of you got it. Some of you were happy. It's all good.
This one.
Good.
It was Paranormal Activity, which is the one where they have cameras in their house and ghostly things happen.
Now, this one was definitely the most tough. Only 2 of you got this.
Yeah, this one's hard.
That's The Thing. But it wouldn't be, you've got to have those hard questions to let the pack separate it out.
Make the quiz hard.
Yeah,
Gotta do it.
And lastly but not
The
least,
last one.
and importantly, the reason why I said it had to be exact, I would not accept aliens.
You've intercepted a transmission from an unknown origin.
It was alien.
Alien, singular. And they managed to not feature a single woman, even though Ripley is possibly one of the greatest.
I think it just shows that they maybe didn't have any female friends.
That's not acceptable. It's not okay. We're 50% of the population. It's not okay if you don't know any women.
No.
Like, Sigourney Weaver as Ripley is one of the most iconic female characters in an action film ever. So it's not really okay that they only had boys.
It's not okay.
That was just my little moment, just for all of you.
Just if you're interested, who was typing super quick. The Shining, the Non-Viables got that in quickly. Well done, those guys.
Well done.
Cool Geeks were the quickest for Shaun of the Dead and Saw. The Non-Viables were also quick on Paranormal Activity, which suggests they might be catching up when we look at the graph, because they were also the quickest for Alien as well. Well done, those guys. And Parental Incompetence were fastest on The Thing.
Nice.
So well done, you guys. So the scores looking like that. So, Core Geeks did well that round, and there's a bit more of a separation going on, but it is worth saying that the Non-Viables are definitely catching them up there. So well done.
Well done.
Everybody.
Okay, and as we move into the last round, it's all to play for.
I really like the fact that the graphs have been working all the way through.
It's actually been all right.
It's actually been like a slick operation this time.
It's been super slick.
It's been pretty good.
Okay.
All right, round 5. Oh, so before we do round 5, I'm going to do the final. Remember, we're doing this for Mind. And there's a link below. Click the link. Make a donation to Mind. That'd be nice. The other thing to note is I'm working with my work at the moment, and they might well be doubling it. So everything you put in might well be doubled.
That'd be nice.
By Markel. So that'd be great.
All right.
Okay, round 5.
So, as always, for those of you who've joined us before, and for anybody who's new, this is the pointless round. So just like that show on the telly, which George's dad really likes, we're going to ask you questions. We're going to ask a sort of category. We want you to come up with an answer that is correct. So there'll be multiple options, multiple correct answers. You want to come up with a correct answer, but really you want to try and think of one that's a little bit unusual, maybe one that other people wouldn't have thought of. There are no trick questions.
Nope.
So don't be trying to think of something that's not really kind of the answer.
Odd and wacky.
No. There are no trick questions. But you want to come up with an answer that's correct, but that's maybe one that's not as well known, or one that other people might not have thought of. Although sometimes, if you're bold and you go big or go home, sometimes you can actually say something really obvious and no one else said it because they thought it was too obvious.
You know, we've got how many teams have we got tonight? We've got
We previously did a question in this round about like characters.
7 teams.
7 teams. We did a question in this round one time before, and it was like characters in Harry Potter's year at Hogwarts, and one person went for the gold and said Harry Potter, and they were the only one, and they got a pointless answer.
Yeah. So without further
be
ado.
bold.
And we'll give you a bit more time to think on these ones because obviously you want to have a little workout on which you think is the least to be picked, and we'll just leave this lovely, exciting bed. Who wrote this exciting bed? That's me. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Question 1 in the pointless round. We want members of the Addams family. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-dum. 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 Yeah, we want members of the Addams family. We want a member of the Addams family, just one. And
to help Bev out, if their surnames is Adams, please don't put the surname in because you won't get a mark. So
you won't get a mark at all?
Well, no. If you basically,
we should have told them that at the beginning. That was a bit late.
What? It's only this for this one. You know, there's no rush on this one. They get time.
All right.
You can build up to it. So if it was Jeffrey Adams, please only put Jeffrey in. However, if you know, some people have honorifics before their name that
like
you should put on.
If it was Auntie Susan.
If it was Auntie Susan, put Auntie Susan.
All right.
No more clues.
So we want a member of the Addams family. Question 2. Well, 3 in bed is definitely qualified. There's no more will bring back yet.
No, it's all done. Question 2. So this is the sports question. Oh no, we did have a sports question earlier, but this is the most sports that I could come up with. That
was
came
Freddie
up with.
Flintoff the other sports question?
Freddie Flintoff was the other sports question. This is as spooky as a sports question I could come up with, which is sports in the Summer Olympics that have been discontinued. I can't do the thing because then the music will stop. That have been discontinued. So they're no sports that's in the Summer Olympics.
We missed some comments. Should we separate by comma? Sorry, I missed the instructions.
Should we separate by comma, Don?
Johnny, you only want one answer for the pointless.
Yeah, so
you don't need to name the whole Addams family. Just one.
I don't need to. So I just want one answer. But you should be trying to guess
one that other people haven't
thought. So, going back to question 1 for Donnie, who's missed it. Members of the Addams family. You want a member of the Addams family that no one else is thinking of, and so you'll get 5 points if no one else has thought of your answer. Also worth pointing out that I don't want the surname Adams, so if they're called Jeffrey Adams, I just want you to write Jeffrey. And similarly, as Nikki said, if they're called Auntie Susan, however, I do want you to put Auntie Susan.
Alright. Question 3.
Right,
no,
so
that was question 2 again.
Question 2 is discontinued Olympic sports, Summer Olympic sports. So it's in the Olympics at some point. At some point it was in the Olympics, but now it's no longer considered an Olympic sport. Now, to help you again there, just very slightly, they consider athletics to be a sport. So if there's some weird shot putting thing that's been stopped, I don't care. It's a sport. It's like an actual separate sport to running and jumping. We are. It's tricky to do. Deal with it.
Question 3.
Let's do question 3.
The pointless round is Wives of Henry VIII. I feel like this is a special
Will
Mitchell quiz. I feel like we've got Will in mind.
Yeah.
We want a wife of Henry VIII. One that no one else.
Our friend Will Mitchell plays Henry VIII at Hampton Court Palace sometimes.
Extremely well.
So he should know all of his wives' names. I'm sure he does.
If you don't know any wives of Henry VIII, you might want to call Will Mitchell and ask him to be in your team next time.
But the question is, which wife will no one else think of? I don't know. I don't know who that'll be.
Right. Question 4.
Jack Nicholson, in my head, is always quite a spooky man. I mean, we saw him early in The Shining, and so The Shining is a correct answer.
Yeah, you could
to this.
say The Shining. He's a bit of a scary guy.
He's a bit of a scary guy, and so we want a film by Jack Nicholson, which could be The Shining. But
Or do you have another one in mind?
or do you have another one? Do you
Or
have
are you
another
going to
one
be?
where people won't think of?
Are you going to be that bold team that says The Shining and maybe you're the only one?
I don't know. That's the game.
That's the game. There's no prizes.
It's only surprises. The only winner this time is Mind, the charity. Have you donated yet?
Oh,
Maybe
I feel
you
like
should
we're hitting
donate.
this a bit hard.
That's fine. I've done it now.
All
That's
right.
all over.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, question 5. Oh, it's your turn.
That was
No,
it.
it's mine. Question 5. Roller coasters at Alton Towers.
Current.
Current roller coasters at Alton Towers. Have you been recently? Maybe you haven't. I mean, they were open, weren't they?
Yeah, they were open. Yeah.
know how
And
they
in
were
fact,
doing
I
that.
think they might even still be open.
I don't know how they're sanitising everything.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't go. I'd say it's a
But going
scary
on a-
place to even
To
go
go on
to.
a roller coaster with like a mask on.
Maybe.
Can't tell. Anyway, roller coasters in Alton Towers. We want one, and we want one that no one else can think of.
And last question of the night. We have done 1 to 10 before, or the music stopped. Oh, look, it's almost like I timed it right. We have done 1 to 10 before. We have done days of the week, but because we're going all spooky today, it is. Can you give us a phase of the moon?
Phase of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Now we can do it because it will be fine. Ooh, phase of the moon.
All right.
So
That's your quiz.
That's your quiz.
That's it.
Hopefully you're having a little think.
Let us know if you thought it was a little bit harder this time. We kind of think maybe it was. Does the roller coaster have to be a current one? Yes, please, Donnie.
Yes, Donnie, it does have to be a
Thanks
current
for chatting,
roller
Donnie, as well.
coaster.
We like it.
No roller coasters
Past.
past.
Or future.
That'd be yes. Just a roller coaster that is currently open
Well,
at Alton Towers. Yeah, I
a
think.
current roller coaster
Yeah.
at Alton Towers. Please.
All right, shall we go through those again?
Yep.
Just very
run
quickly,
through
so
them.
we've got all those again. While you're having a think,
While you're having your thinking.
and the music can come back on.
All right.
Members
Question 1.
of the Addams family.
Members of the Addams family. Question 2.
Discontinued Summer Olympic sports.
Question 3. Wives of Henry VIII.
Question 4. Jack Nicholson films. So a film with Jack Nicholson in it.
Any film with Jack Nicholson in it. Could be The Shining. Could be something else. Question 5. Roller coasters in Alton Towers. Current roller coasters
Current
in Alton
roller coasters.
Towers. And the final question of your quiz.
Phases of the moon. Phases of the moon. Right, so what I'm hoping is what I need you guys to do really is to press send so that we can mark
And then
you
we
quickly.
can tell you who's won.
And
And
we
then you
can
can
tell you.
all go and have your dinner.
Yeah.
No, that's what we're going to do.
So what we're thinking is, if you're up for it, please let us know. What we're thinking is we will probably do another Christmas one in lieu of the fact that we probably can't have a Christmas party. And we do usually have a Christmas
We'd
party,
normally
don't we?
invite all you lovely people over and have a few drinks. And
Yeah.
Wolverine would be in the middle of it all wearing a jangly bell or something. And we'd have a few drinks. We'd have some mince pies.
And sadly, it's just not going to be... Don't think that's going to be possible this year.
No.
Which is...
It doesn't feel like it, but we'd be very happy to do a Christmas quiz if people are up for that. Maybe it'll be a bit Christmassy themed. Maybe we'll wear Christmas jumpers.
I mean, we will definitely wear
We'll be wearing
Christmas
some
jumpers.
Christmas jumpers.
Yeah. And we'll insist that you do too, even though we can't see you.
Well, there'll be a festive theme to the questions. You'll love it. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
But let us know if you've enjoyed doing the quiz again. Let us know if you'd be up for doing another one before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
If you're keen. If you're not, no pressure. But
Yeah.
it's very nice for us to hang out with you.
Yeah, well, it is nice. It's nice to do one again. But yes, obviously, also I will do my... I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the final last plug for Mind.
Yeah.
It's down below. You know what to do. You don't have to, though. Absolutely
If
fine.
you're in a position to make a donation and you would like to make a donation to Mind, that would be
That would
very
be
nice.
lovely. And as I said, hopefully my work will be doubling it, which is great.
And we'll let everybody know how much including that doubling how much is going to the charity.
Probably should have. We should have a live totalizer. Should have had a little
comic
bar
relief.
in the thing.
But all of that, pays for really important support for anyone who's struggling with mental health issues at this difficult time.
Okay, so let's go through. Hopefully, you've got your answers in by now, because that was basically. Don't get us wrong. That was waffle time for you to get your answers in. If you haven't done it by now, have you got your answers in?
Are you ready?
I'm just going to press run just one last time, just in case someone hasn't. Looks like everyone has.
Are you steady?
Okay. So, members of let's go back. Let's see what we had to do. Members of the Addams family.
Did we have any pointless answers?
We had a few pointless answers. Well done, everybody. You could have Gomez and by the Core Geeks was a pointless answer.
Gomez.
As was Morticia. By Quiz Forth and Prosper 2, because obviously we went twice there. And the Truffleites with Cousin It. Which is my favourite one. In fact, used to do a song called This Is My Tribute to Cousin It. Should have been ready to play that at this point. But never mind, can't have everything. Question 2. Discontinued Summer Olympic sports. Weirdly, I think we've got no people getting a pointless answer. We've got lots of zeros and no one getting, because either everyone gets the same one or they didn't know. Don't know. We could have had things like cricket. Basically, it's a lot of Etonian English sports that used to be in this Olympics because we ran the world, and then people have gone, actually not that many people play cricket, croquet, polo, all of that sort of stuff. Also, what was the other ones? Ice skating, weirdly, you could have had, because that was in the Summer Olympic Games, and obviously it's now moved to the winter. Wives of Henry VIII.
How did we do?
We've got a couple of pointless answers here. The pointless answers were Catherine of Aragon.
Excellent.
Which is Quiz Forth and Prosper. And Anne Boleyn, believe it or not.
Anne Boleyn was a pointless answer. See, sometimes you've got to go big or go home.
Sometimes the obvious ones get you the right one. And turns out Co-Video Killed the Radio Star got Anne Boleyn in as a pointless answer, which I was not expecting. So well done.
Great team game as well. Nice one. All right. Question 4 was Jack Nicholson films. Did anybody go for The Shining?
If they did, it wasn't pointless. But Batman, As Good as It Gets, and About Schmidt are all pointless answers.
Jolie asks who else said Debbie for the Addams family.
Someone else said
Debbie. That's a good old guess.
Yeah.
You guys must be gutted not to get pointless for Debbie.
I was really hoping someone was going to go Pubert as well, who's the little baby.
Pubert?
Yeah, that's the name. I didn't make it up. Cool.
Right.
Current roller coasters in Alton Towers.
Alton Towers.
Nemesis got you a pointless answer.
Nemesis! That's like the only one I can think of.
Surprised by. I think Oblivion probably was a lot of people went for Oblivion. And Runaway Mine Train also got you a pointless answer. Which, well done, you guys, on that one.
Love.
There was an Octonauts Adventure or something that was my favourite one that I was hoping someone might have got, but that's can't have everything.
And the final question of your quiz before we reveal the winners.
I'm just going to press run again, just to 100% make
Phases of the Moon.
Phases of the Moon. It looks like no one got a pointless answer.
No pointless answers.
No pointless answers. So you could have had obviously things like full moon or new moon or quarter moon or half moon, crescent moon, waxing gibbous, waning gibbous. No, you couldn't just have crescent moon. It'd have to be waxing crescent or waning crescent.
Maybe someone just put crescent.
Maybe.
Anyway, that's the quiz.
That's the quiz.
So should we do the scores on the doors?
Here we go.
Final scores. Soaring out in front.
Soaring out in front are the Core Geeks. In joint second and third are, I can't read that from here. The Truffleites. and the non-viables.
Well done.
So well done, everybody.
That's a joint second place. Oh, who's the one that really caught up right at the end? Who's the bright purple?
The Truffleites.
The Truffleites snuck into second.
Snuck in to get those last. Good job. Well done.
Love
them.
it.
So as I said, we'll be back for Christmas, but we've got all your emails. Actually, one thing to point out is I suspect that my email is probably going to your junk. So, if you could say,
It's always an issue.
actually, this email is totally fine, that'd be great. I sent one the other day when we were talking about this, but really, I think WhatsApp and work emails have got people here. Yes.
Right.
We'd like to see you back at Christmas. We'll
let us know.
Let you know about that. Thank you for
all
of your donations. We hope you had fun, and we'll see you soon.
Take care of yourselves.
We'll leave you with this.